What's going on, believers? Guess what? Everybody's saying it, so it must be true. Cytomask is working. That means, hopefully, today we're going to get a population of trading pairs, and that big move I've been talking about for 2 months now, it's about to happen. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, guys, Saitama is trading right now at 24.36. That's down again. We're down in the 24-hour period. You can see here the number. It's basically a dead even thing, but we didn't make any progress. That looked like we had this line of support that was going across here, but we broke through that. It didn't take long. It looked like about 3 hours. Got back into that support line, but until we actually get something moving, then it's just going to be this way. Now, if I can take your attention to the left over here, you can see that this token's up almost 30%, 11%, 30%, 22%, 4%, 25%, 9%, 28%. So you can see there's a big lift going on. There's a lot of profit being taken right now. There's a lot of things on the move, but these two tokens, which happen to be tied together right now, for some odd reason, are not moving. And that is because the people now require some sort of verification and some sort of proof of a working design or model to make this thing go. Now, that said, if we have it, and if it's the truth that everything is working, it's working on my phone just fine. But if it's working on everybody's phone and we don't have any issues, or the issues have been minimized, and the issues are now that we just have some dum-dums who don't know how to fix it, despite that there's explanation after explanation on how to fix it. If there are some of those people who just can't seem to get it working, then I think we're good to go. And I think that the problem is going to be them. I'm not sure, but I think the problem is going to be them, and we're going to be set to sail, and we can populate this list with trading pairs, and we can get started. Now, also, I want to say that when I see these big lifts, like we've seen a couple of times with no catalyst to them, I want to say that this is probably Impact XP buying itself in. This one over here was probably the same thing. It was probably Kiba buying itself in. All of the tokens that are coming into the process, I think that's what we're seeing right here, because if you stare at what happens next, all you get is a gigantic amount of bear pressure. And you have to face a certain fact here. When you're looking at these charts and you're watching any big sales that would generally wreck the price, you would see that for the most part, these are people who've been in here for a long period of time, and they are settling for some low-level profit. We need something to inspire confidence. I mean, that's what this comes down to. We want that big move. We want to be the Saitama that everybody thought we were a long time ago before anything started. Then we're going to have to perform, and we're going to have to produce. That's all I got to say about that. Moving on. All right, guys, we're in a meme coin market where everything is basically moving right now. Everything is moving to the upside. And I know your first response is probably, well, Saitama's not a meme coin. Yeah, it is. Until it actually produces a product, yeah, it is. So once we get to the spot where Cytomask is actually working, it's actually populated, we're actually using it for trading, then we can talk about taking that tag off. But as it is right now, Saitama and any other token that's associated with Saitama at this very moment, none of those are moving. So what does that tell you? What that tells you is we need Cytomask to work. We need them to make it happen. And then we will start to see that move to the upside that we've all been patiently waiting for. And as we continue to sink down, if you remember going back over here, when we were in the fives, that's when I was telling you that we were going to 4X. And we have lost so much support and so much positive momentum at this point that I'm going to tell you that we're probably looking at maybe a 5X from where we are right now if we get absolutely lucky. That would include, by the way, the continued move upwards of Ethereum, which was trading at 2,200 yesterday and is up to 2,400 today. When we were having this conversation in the fives, Ethereum was trading at 3,800. So there's a lot of factors that are involved right here. Now, the best thing that I can say is that if we make one of those big parabolic moves, and you don't actually feel it, but we are pushing up here to one of these upsides in the 6s or even the 7s. When you look at your pairings and you look at how much Ethereum you would get on a trade at that level versus what you would have gotten before, that level would correspond with maybe an 8 or a 9. So it may just be that we don't have it in us yet. If we get that good signal to make that move all the way up to an all-time high or anything like that. But you know what? Once we get a functioning Cytomask, once it's all released, once it starts to work and everybody can see it, then we can figure out whether or not we are going to make that move or not. In the meantime, all of your other bags are going fine. So this was not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like